We welcome you back to Loeb Stadium here at the Colt World Series. This game will feature Mexico versus South Korea in game number 2. Here presented by MTC Sports. Sean Walker, Sam Rumsa set to call the game for you here in game number 2. Game 1, exciting. California jumped out to a huge lead, 14-0. Texas rallied, made it interesting. Final 14-9. What do you expect we'll see here?
Yeah, I expect a well-played game for Mexico. South Korea, a little bit of unknown. They've struggled in the last few years in the tournament. The Asia zone has, but who knows? If you get a good starting pitcher, get some good defense behind you, you can do anything in this tournament. Mexico, a team that usually has good starting pitching. We saw a no-hitter from them a few years ago. Last year they made the semifinals, lost by only 1 run to Puerto Rico. It's a different Mexican team this year, but still, usually the team from Mexico represents pretty well. And I expect them to play well again in this year's tournament, which, as we mentioned, Los Gatos isn't here. They won 4 of the last 5 tournaments. Puerto Rico isn't here. They won last year's tournament. This tournament's wide open. Mexico could win it.
Absolutely. And Mexico is something that they always bring good pitching. They bring good defense. But something that they're kind of underrated is their bats are pretty good too usually. They usually have a pretty good team that competes. Just in previous years, they've either ran into Los Gatos twice or Puerto Rico twice, kind of knocked them out. And you just mentioned neither one of those teams here. So wide open. Mexico could be a team to beat as we get started here with our IU Health pregame show for game number 2 of the Colt World Series, and excited again to be here, 5th straight season. The MTC Sports has been here to broadcast it as you get a good look at the players from South Korea. Some more fans that have filed into the stands here. Again, as the day goes on and it gets later in the day, these bleachers will continue to fill up. We expect to have probably 3,000 to 4,000 by night's end with both of the Lafayette teams playing here. The Colt World Series. There's a good shot of the Czech Republic team. They'll play in game number 3 today versus Hoosier North.
I think one of the big keys throughout this tournament is just solid defense. We saw 7 combined errors in the last game, and really if it weren't for errors, then the game would have been over in 5 innings, and Los Gatos, Chula Vista would not have had to use another pitcher. So good defense goes a long way at this tournament, and if Mexico or South Korea can have that, they've got a very good chance of winning this ball game.
Mexico will be the visiting team in today's game. South Korea will be the home team. Our batting lineups today for Mexico when they get started here on the field, it'll be Giovanni Ferrero hitting in the leadoff spot. Eric Diaz, the third baseman, will bat second. Yazir Hernandez in the 3-hole. Gabriel Aragon in 4. Sergio Vizcaino will be the DH. Ivan Melendrez, Solomon Leon, David Castro, and hitting 9th will be Alberto Gaxiola. The pitcher today for Mexico will be Francisco Pena. On the other side for South Korea, defensively, their outfield will be Shin Yuk, and there's Hong. Infield will be Young Lee Bak Kwan, and behind the plate, Jae-Young Xiong. And you'll have to bear with us a little bit on these names, some different pronunciations as well. Starting pitcher today for South Korea will be Sung Son. When South Korea comes out to take the field, again, the meeting of the minds behind home plate with the umpiring crew and the 2 coaches that will exchange their lineups with the umpire. Obviously the Colt and Pony officials standing on, taking it in as well. Good shot of the fans. And one thing that we've talked about over the years here at Loeb, not a lot of shade. So you see a lot of umbrellas even on sunny days with no chance of rain, even though we got some in the forecast. A lot of tents, little pop-up tents that come out. People will huddle up underneath those to try to get out of the sun. That's something that I guarantee when they build a new stadium here, there'll be plenty of probably shaded seats and things to take in.
Yeah, I know they're going to model it after the stadium over in Kokomo. That's done very well with their Prospect League team. And one thing that's interesting, and this is something that Indiana University has, is an all-turf field. Yeah. And that's something that they're going to explore, which I think is great because it makes the upkeep extremely easy compared to the grass. Purists might not like it too much, but I think it's just fine. And
I think the biggest benefit to the turf, though, is they usually put a really nice drainage system underneath, and even when you get a lot of rain, you're ready to play right away. That,
too, and just the consistency for the fielders is a lot better. I mean, you might get a little higher hops, but once you get used to it, you know what's coming every single time. So that'll be very nice to have. The grounds crew does a good job of maintaining this field as it is now, but just it'll be a lot easier on the grounds crew as well. And especially the rain. You don't have to worry about losing the field and all the quick dry that you have to throw out there. So I'm sure they'll like that.
Bags of chalk as well, because you got nice painted lines that are just always there. And then it sets up for other things as well. You know, in Kokomo, what they've done is they've brought in a minor league soccer team that plays there in the Kokomo Manus, and then they plan to host concerts and things. And so I have a feeling you'll see a lot of that similarity going on here. And there's a good look at the starting pitcher from South Korea in Sung San. We'll get the start here today. You've talked about it. The Asia Pacific teams have struggled over the last few years, trying to be competitive here at the Colt World Series. We'll see if it's a different story for them this season.
Hopefully. First game went a little long, so we are almost an hour behind schedule. However, the nice thing is that we get a little bit of a break between games 3 and 4. Of course, we have the Champions game, but a little bit of break. I'm just hoping for clear skies tonight.
Starting to see some clouds move in. We'll hope that the rain just stays away from the ballpark. It can rain beyond the fence, just not on the field. How about that? Or even if it rains, let's just
we can take a light sprinkle, yeah.
Good look inside the dugout of the team from Mexico. Rocking the red jerseys here today. Again, game 3 coming up will be the Czech Republic and that Hoosier North squad. Hoosier North playing in the Harry Bradway Classic, the play-in tournament, to find out what host area team was coming in. They had to beat the Monticello Tribe twice and came from behind twice to get it done. So
I think I saw in one game for the Monticello Tribe, Clayton Richard was pitching for him just after he got DFA'd from the Cubs. Came down and was helping out, playing against Lafayette, so it wasn't a competitive game, of course. I think he's a little over the age limit.
But how about that? That gets you ready to see whatever pitching you're going to see here when you get to go against a major leaguer. And our first batter will come to the plate here for Mexico. And they're the visiting team. It'll be Giovanni Fierro, starting center fielder today. Sun will start out from the stretch today. A little bit of a sidewinder throw there, in there for strike 1.
Interesting that he starts out from the stretch, but I guess it does help once you have a runner on base. You're used to that already. It's not going to throw you off at all. Keep that nice, consistent delivery.
All the fielders playing pretty much straight away here to start things off. That one fouled. Strike 2. Again, the dimensions of the ballpark, 321 down the left field line, 368 to left center. Take an absolute moonshot to get one to center field at 407. 355 in right center and 327 down the field in right. Majority of the home runs that we've seen hit have been that left center to left field in previous years, Sam, but we did see a couple of lefties turn on a few and pull them down the right field line. But it takes an absolute poke to get one out of here. We had a good breeze in game number 1, going from right field to left field. That one comes in high, gets him in the helmet. Fierro going to have to shake that one off.
With the way that ball bounced, it looked like it came off the bat. That was wild.
See if we can get another look at it here on the replay. This shot from behind home plate. Yeah, right off the crown of the helmet. So Fierro reaches base after being hit by pitch. And now Eric Diaz will step to the plate. You're going to have the trainer come out and take a look at him here as well.
Yeah, you want to be careful with potential concussion-like symptoms after getting hit in the head like that. So maybe get him through a concussion test.
Diaz is going to run him out a glass of water here. He's being looked at. Our injury timeouts is always on MTC Sports, brought to us by IU Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Visit them online at iuhealth.org/Arnett or give them a call at 765-448-8000 to schedule an appointment.
One of the loyal sponsors for MTC over the past 5 years. And I'm sure they'd like to get their money's worth on their advertisement, but we don't want to see too many injury timeouts.
Absolutely. So Fierro looks to be okay. We're being checked out by the trainer. Diaz will drop the cup of water back off and regain his bat. But it's a good sign of sportsmanship from there by your teammate. Got your back. You hit in the head, I'll bring you some water. Diaz will be the starting third baseman for Mexico when they take the field here in the bottom half of this inning. Son will spin the throw to first. Nice move, but Fierro plenty of time to get back. Showed bunt, pulls back, puts a good charge into this one. It's carrying off the top part of the wall. It'll be a double for Diaz. Fierro stopped at third. And Mexico in business already here in the top part of the first inning. The wind picked back up a little bit there, Sam, but you got to think if it was blowing as hard as it was in the first game, that one probably was gone.
Yeah, a good job by Shin. He played it well off the wall and able to keep Fierro from scoring. So now he's on third. Played it well off the bounce, fired it back in.
So Yasir Hernandez. Starting shortstop today for Mexico, steps in. He's got two runners in scoring position. That pitch off the plate. Ball one. This one off the end of the bat, the pull towards the left-hand side. Third baseman gets a glove on it. We can't do anything with it. E5, but we will get our first run of the game. Diaz will advance from second to third here.
We've already seen an error. It was a good breaking ball coming through the zone, but just under the glove of Jung. A little bit of a rough start for Son.
So that'll bring up Gabriel Aragon, number 54. Aragon now still runner in scoring position at third, just 90 feet away. That pitch in the dirt. They'll throw one down to second. They cut it off. They come back home. Slides underneath the tag. The catcher from South Korea, and Jae-Yong Shin, looking for help from his dugout here. He thinks he got the tag applied. We'll take another look at it. As they throw one down to second. Here comes the play back towards home. Tough to see from that angle right there.
Just under the tag, though.
That's how it was ruled on the field. No benefit of replay. So Mexico out to a 2-0 lead here early on. Still no outs in the top half of the first inning. That pitch up and out of the way. So we got a 3-0 count right now. Runner on second. First base is open. That pitch off the plate. So the 4-pitch walk issued as Aragon will take his base. And now Sergio Vizcaino, the DH here for Tijuana, Mexico. He's going to rock the number 85 today. A pitch in there for a strike. We've seen it over the years that the teams from Mexico and the teams from Puerto Rico come in and rock those high number jersey numbers, 98, 99, 85. Not a trend that's necessarily caught on in the States just yet, but it's something we've always seen those two international teams do.
Jose Abreu from Cuba wearing 79.
Now hit towards second. Bobbled by the second baseman. Only play now goes to first. Got him just in time. That'll be the first out of the inning. Both runners advance, though. South Korea finally gets an out here. Almost misplayed by the second baseman.
Yeah, if he plays that cleanly, it could have been 2 perhaps. He'll take the 1 out at this point.
So Ivan Melendrez will step to the plate now. Lefty, number 34. Loving the bright green bat barrel. Sun delivers. That pitch just off the plate for ball 1. That one thrown low at his feet, and it'll actually tag him, so that'll load the bases up. Melendrez is the second pitcher this inning to be hit by a pitch by Sun. So that'll load him up.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 32, Solomon Leon.
Solomon Leon now will step to the plate here for Mexico. An opportunity with bases loaded.
And we're already going to get a new pitcher.
Yeah, call to the bullpen's already happened. Down 2-0. New pitcher's going to come in. It looks like it's number 21, which is Hogyeon Lee. Moon Jab-suk has seen enough, the manager from South Korea. We'll take a quick break as the new pitcher gets warmed up. We'll be back with more baseball from the 2016 Colt World Series right after this. Already 2-0 here, Tijuana, Mexico on top of South Korea. And the pitching change already made here. So Sun's day doesn't last very long. He goes 1/3 inning pitch, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 hits batters. And so Hogyeon Lee will now come in to pitch for South Korea.
Number 21, Hogyeon Lee.
Solomon Leon will be at the plate, starting second baseman today for Mexico. We'll get back to live action. Lee delivers. And swing and a miss. Actually got a piece of that one. Foul ball. Tough position to come into, Sam, already. You know, you come in first inning here, and you walk into a bases-loaded situation.
Certainly not easy, yeah.
That pitch.
Good job of the catcher.
Wide catcher comes out of his spot there and shin and able to snag it.
Very well could have been a wild pitch and a run scored.
That pitch in the dirt. 2-1 count now. Great time for sports in the world. You got, obviously, Major League Baseball going on. You got the Colt World Series playing out in front of us, and you have the Olympics going on in Brazil.
Olympic opening ceremony tonight.
This one lifted into center field. Center fielder tracking it back, makes the catch. Runners will tag. That's going to plate one. So sac fly gets the job done. Third run of the inning scored for Mexico. Now 2 outs. David Castro will come to the plate.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 30, David Castro.
Castro, the starting left fielder for Mexico. Still got a runner in scoring position. Threat not over here just yet for South Korea, but finally getting that second out of the inning. That pitch in there for a strike. He shot at the lead over there at third base. They'll look over to first. These are the situations where you got to be careful with moves like that because you don't want to be called for a balk in this situation and allow a fourth run to score.
This year I saw the very rare walk-off balk. It was a Padres-Giants game.
That's got to be frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
From a manager's perspective, even from just a teammate's perspective, to lose a game in that fashion. The delivery. Breaking pitch. Slap towards shortstop. Should be an easy play. Got him. Mexico able to plate 3 in the top half of the first. They do it off of a couple of hits. Leave a couple of runners on, though. Still at 3-0 lead. South Korea and their bats will come up here in the bottom of the first when we return.
Come on, everybody. I think this is my grandson.
Little girl, you look so
Oh, my goodness.
lonesome. I see you are feeling blue. Come on over to my place. Hey, girl, we're having a party. We'll
Happy birthday, Grandma.
dancing and singing. Come on over tonight.
Every business we work with at Haley's has different security needs. As a certified Medico Security Center, we provide the highest quality products with affordable solutions for your business. E-cylinders fit into your existing hardware and are controlled from your computer. Medico Smart Solutions provide options for different employee access levels. Patented key control, loss and liability protection. Surveillance cameras protect your employees and your business. Call today for your free business security assessment. Let the professionals at Haley's keep your business safe with locations in Lafayette and Crawfordsville.
Welcome back here to Loeb Stadium, Lafayette, Indiana. Game number 2, Colt World Series here in 2016. Due up this half inning for South Korea will be their leadoff hitter in Sung Hyung-yuk, followed by Yulman Lee and Sang-Hoo Young.
I'll give that an A.
Thank you. Starting pitcher today for Mexico is Francisco Pena. Jersey number 35, the righty. Already staked to a 3-0 lead. There's a good look at Pena as he finishes his warm-up pitches here.
Battery for Mexico behind the plate, number 14, Alberto Gasiola. On the mound, number 35, Francisco Pena. Leading off for Korea.
For Mexico defensively, look around the outfield real quick. It's Castro, Fierro, and Melendrez in the outfield. Third base is Diaz. Hernandez at short. Second base will be Leon. First base is Aragon. Behind the plate, Alberto Gaxiola. And then we talked about the pitcher today, and Pena. This team from South Korea. It's a long way to travel to come play in the Colt World Series. But if you ask any of the players that come here and play, it's one of the most exciting memories of their life to date. This is the goal. It's a dream of theirs to get able to come here and play in this tournament. A pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 count now. That pitch off the plate, 1-2.
Such a big key, as we mentioned already a couple times in this tournament, just to throw strikes and let your defense make the plays behind you. You're not going to win games throwing a lot of balls, walking guys, hitting guys, wild pitches. It's going to be really difficult.
That breaking pitch fielded in fair territory. No.
Call foul.
Umpire behind home plate takes the call and says foul ball. Well, I sure thought that looked like that was a nice play there by the first baseman in Aragon to field that one in fair territory. It's where the ball is, though, not necessarily where his feet are. So the home plate umpire going to have the best angle on that one. That pitch in there for strike 3. So Pena striking out his first batter face today. That'll bring up Lee, the shortstop here for South Korea. Kyu-min Lee. Pitch just inside, about clipped Lee. Wind starting to pick back up here now as all the flags dancing around in the outfield again. We've got that good right to left breeze. This one slapped towards second, should be a can of corn play, and it is. Second out of the inning. We've talked about Mexico and their good pitching and defense over the years, and it's on showcase here again today. Even though this is pretty routine play, these are plays that in the first game today and even in the first half of this inning that we saw, Sam, that just made more difficult than what they really were.
Yeah, you can't take plays like that for granted. Always got to make a strong throw.
Breaking pitch that time. Breaks right into the rib cage
We've
of
seen
Jung.
quite a few hit batsmen so far in both games.
Thankfully, the majority of them have been on breaking pitches, and people say those don't hurt as bad, which is true. But getting hit by a hard baseball still isn't fun.
And breaking pitches aren't that much slower than fastballs.
So Young, a nice lead over there at first base. This will be Hong.
In my playing career, I got hit once and it was square in the back, left a nice bruise.
The worst I ever got tagged, I was actually the pitcher. Line drive right off the bat, right back in the Adam's apple.
Ooh.
Pena delivers. They throw behind the runner down at first. He's back in time, but a nice snap throw there from the catcher from Mexico.
Got to be careful with those, though, because we've seen many times where a catcher gets a little cocky and fires one down, ends up throwing it into right field.
So Rakhyun Hong lifts this one into right field. It'll get down for a base hit. Runner with nice base running there will advance all the way from first to third. Nicely done there by Young. Obviously knowing that there's 2 outs, he was moving on contact, not waiting at all. That'll put a runner in scoring position here for South Korea. Catcher now, Jae-Young Shin. Step to the dish. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Good shot of Jae-Young Shin. Favorite sport is baseball. That pitch catches the corner for strike 2.
Pepperoni or cheese? Pepperoni and cheese. You got one.
Shim with an opportunity here, driving a run and cut into this lead just a little bit. This one scoots away from the catcher. It'll allow the runner to advance to second, but a smart decision again by Young over here at third base. Young stays put.
Now a base hit could cut the deficit to 1.
Just off the plate. 2-2 count now. That pitch low and away. Payoff pitch here. Slap towards second base. Should be the 3rd out of the inning. Nice little toss over, and it is. So South Korea is able to get a few runners on and threaten, but unable to get them across. Mexico still leads this one 3-0. Back with more baseball from the 2016 Colt World Series here on MTC Sports.
Hi, I'm Ashley with the Farmers Bank. I'm here to introduce the Farmers Bank mobile banking app for your smartphone. Find us at the App Store or the Play Store. To find our app, search for the Farmers Bank Mobile Banking by Serve Solutions. Have your finances at your fingertips anytime, all the time. Sign up today. The Farmers Bank, your local bank, your mobile bank, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Pony baseball began in the summer of 1951 with the organization of the original Pony League in Washington, Pennsylvania. The league was originally designed to help transition 13 and 14-year-old players from the Little League Diamond to the regulation-sized Diamond. Today, more than 500,000 players participate in the Pony organization annually in the United States and in more than 25 countries around the world. For more information on pony baseball, go to pony.org. Don't miss pony baseball for the world. Pure baseball, pure pony.
Mexico will go 9-1-2 here. Top part of the second inning. Jumping out to a 3-0 lead in the top part of the first. It'll be Gaxiola, Fierro, and Diaz. They do have to come to the plate.
1-0-9-0-7-1-0-9.
Alberto Javier Yaxiola Vela. That's the full name of Alberto Yaxiola. Favorite baseball team, the Boston Red Sox. Favorite baseball player, David Ortiz.
And another one.
Big Poppy. We've seen a lot of Big Poppy here so far in the first 2 games as a favorite player. You know, come to think of it, Sam, we've heard a lot about older players. Ortiz is on his final year. Kobe Bryant just finished. Peyton Manning recently retired. We've seen those 3 names pop up on these player questionnaires. Not much of a youth movement, even though we've seen Harper and Trout a few times.
They respect the elders.
Respecting their elders. There's hope for this generation yet.
Second for Mexico, 14, the catcher, Alberto Yaxiola.
Alberto Yaxiola, out of all the food in the world, his favorite thing to eat, hot dogs. Makes sense. If you're a baseball fan, they are selling hot dogs all over the place in this stadium today.
I got to go to hot dogs for you after this pitch. My roommates bet me I couldn't eat 12 hot dogs in 8 minutes, and I proved them wrong. But the joke was on me because I felt sick for the whole day.
Does it make you appreciate Joey Chestnut and his ability to eat, what, 70?
I can't believe that.
70 hot dogs. It's pretty impressive in an eating contest. New world record.
Speaking of eating contests, the Arnie's Pizza Eating Contest, September 25th.
You getting in that one too?
Oh, I will be.
Is it just cheese? Is that all you got to
Yeah,
eat?
just cheese pizza. You start off with the large, and then you go to smalls. The winner last year was a professional eater from California who was in Chicago. A large and 13 smalls.
No way.
Yeah.
That one in there for a strike.
125-pound woman.
It was a woman?
It was a 125-pound woman ate a large and 13 Arnie's pizzas. 13 smalls.
I think I would need gastric bypass surgery if I did something like that. This pitch out of the zone.
Well, we've sufficiently had our nonsense talk for the day. Back to baseball.
3-1 count, no outs. Swing and a miss there, 3-2.
As Hawk Harrelson says, big hack, no contact.
Lee fell behind in this count, 3-1. Battled back. This one fouled off.
That might put a dent in the car over there.
Headed towards a few windshields. Good shot of the fans from Mexico. They always travel well. You know, that's the bad thing about Puerto Rico not being here this year is they always bring a ton of fans with them as well. And you usually get this battle back and forth when those two teams would play each other. It'd be a lot of fun.
Very entertaining.
Out there in the stands. The walk here drawn by the catcher and Yaxiola. That'll get us back to the top part of the lineup. Giovanni Fierro. His first plate appearance was hit by a pitch. He took a fastball to the head.
Seemed a little woozy, had some water ran out to him. Trainer came and checked on him, but he stayed in the game, obviously. Favorite team, the LA Dodgers, just up to 5 from Tijuana.
Comes set out of the stretch. The delivery to home. That pitch low.
I like Fierro's stance. He keeps his elbow high, his back elbow high. Able to come through the zone with the bat.
Oh, and hit towards third. Could be a double play ball. The throw that went to second a little high. They threw the timing off there. They'll get one, which is the lead runner. South Korea able to record their first out of the inning.
Now back, number 10, Eric Diaz.
Get another look at that replay there.
We've not yet seen a double play.
Going to bring up
I don't
Eric
believe.
Diaz. Plays both third base and second base for this team. How about this? His original hometown, Chula Vista.
Wow.
Got a team representing here today. He's an LA Dodgers fan, loves Jose Altuve and Robinson Cano. See the lead at first, and the runner takes off. Throw on down to second base. Slides in underneath the tag. A stolen base for Fierro. Showing off the wheels. Got a great jump here too, Sam. Pretty good throw. Diaz, originally from Chula Vista. Now playing for this team from Mexico. Would like to attend college at Ohio State University. If that's true, he'll be well traveled.
Yeah. Columbus is a very cool city.
Two 0 count lead. We'll run it to 3-0. If you're just now joining us, Sung Son went 1/3 of an inning pitch, gave up 2 runs, 2 hits. He was on a short leash today. They brought in Ho-Jeon Lee, who finished out the first inning and found himself with a runner on second here in the second inning. I pitch in there for a strike, 3-1. Diaz doubled in his last at bat. Already 1 for 1 on the day. This one ripped down the third baseline, just foul. Diaz's shot that he hit, one of those ones that just carried off the wall out there. A little bit more wind underneath it. No one would have seen our first home run of the tournament. Lee starts to make his move towards home plate, but able to still spin. Hadn't broke the plane, just enough to send Fierro back to second. Lee comes home. Dropped pitch on the third strike. They'll have to throw down to first base. They'll get the runner there. But Fierro, with heads-up base running, will advance to third.
Nice job to not only be 90 feet from scoring here in the second inning.
Number 24, Yasir Hernandez.
See the swing there, and probably swinging at ball 4. And a nice play by the catcher to throw him out down at first base. Got to get the out there. Yasir Hernandez. Got a shot right at the third baseman back in the last inning. Able to reach base on the air. Lee's first pitch in there for a strike. Hernandez would later come around and score a run, one of the 3 that Mexico put on the board in the first inning. This one hit high, be a foul ball back towards the fans for Mexico.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Had a souvenir right there, you just got to reach out and grab it.
Can't let that hit the metal bleachers because it'll take off like a rocket ship.
Maybe a souvenir for a fan outside the stands. Lee delivers. Going low.
You got to keep your eyes peeled when you're walking around the outside of the ballpark.
Really, you got to pay attention down those lines, too. The way the field kind of comes back in. You've got that picnic area down there on third base side. That's a good place to see some hot shots headed your way as well.
Yeah, you don't really want to sit with your back turned to the field.
Swing and a strike there. Lee able to record back-to-back strikeouts. Mexico able to get a runner all the way around to third base, but cannot get him across. Score remains the same, 3-0. So we leave you with that final strike there on Hernandez.
4 games on a Friday. There's just nothing like it.
They scrutinize every pitch.
Did you grip it tight or loose?
Study every swing.
You absolutely whacked that ball yesterday, by the way.
Analyze every move.
We're making a run. Towards the end of the year, nobody's leaving.
During the season and the off-season.
I think this is a nice sign for both sides.
Baseball never stops, and nobody covers it all year long like MLB Tonight.
Tonight was great for the game of baseball.
Every night on MLB Network.
Construction projects mean deadlines. At McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, we understand the challenges our customers face. That's why our team of professionals are here to help. From our knowledgeable support staff to our industry-leading service department, McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store are here to make sure you get the right equipment delivered on time. Whether it's Cat equipment, JLG lifts, or Solaire air compressors, we carry it all. McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, helping build Indiana since 1945.
2016 Colt World Series on MTC Sports. Brought to us by our friends at Frito-Lay. Good fun. Also brought to us by Evonik Industries. And last but not least, Basham Reynolds. Here at the 2016 Colt World Series. I want to thank all of our sponsors that make it possible for us to provide our coverage here and help put on this tournament locally in the Lafayette area. With that, I guess we can segue. If you're a local business owner or a business that would like to advertise during the Colt World Series, by all means, hit up the Colt World Series committee or contact us directly at mtcsports.net. It'll be Kyungmin Kwon, first baseman for South Korea. He'll set things off here in the second inning, wearing jersey number 42. One of those jerseys that have long been since retired in Major League Baseball. Saw his favorite subject in school is science. I was never a big science buff.
Neither was I. I stuck to English and social studies.
That pitch in there for strike one.
I maintain that sophomore year chemistry in high school was harder than any class I took in college.
I hated having to try to master the periodic table. This delivery. And then for strike two. Pena comes right back out here to start the second inning throwing strikes. Game 2 of 4, really 5 headed your way today here on MTC Sports if you count the Champions game. Check swing there, ring him up. That one catches the inside part of the plate. It'll be the second strikeout for Pena on the day. Take another look at it from the first base angle and bang, right through the strike zone. Jaemin Han, the DH for South Korea, steps to the dish. Loves watching some TV. You saw the hobby there. This pitch lifted towards center field. Snagged by the center fielder. Retired for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Yehu Shin.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 13, Yeo Shin.
Going to throw that one by him as well. 2 strikes now. Pena doing a really nice job of just commanding his pitches so far here today for Mexico. This one ripped in between the 5 and the 6 hole. That'll be the second hit of the day for South Korea. The first of the tournament for Shin. I love that. Batting average is 1,000 to start out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 3, Jun Milk.
They'll just turn and rip that one into the outfield. Chen Young Bak. 2 up now for South Korea. 2 outs, runner on first. First 2 pitches out of the zone, 2-0 count. Count, 2 outs. That pitch in there for a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, definitely don't want to let this inning get away from you after getting 2 quick outs. Want to just come back, focus on the batter. Don't worry too much about the base runner. And throw strikes.
This one a chopper towards second. And that's the battle of this infield from time to time. That one just takes a crazy hop there and really put the second baseman in a bind.
You could see that bounce coming from a mile away. As soon as he took a step back, kind of knew that it was going to be something rough. And they score that E4, but that's tough.
That's one of those situations where you've got to come up and get the ball. You can't let it get on you.
Yeah.
And that's easier said than done because I don't know that he gets there in time to play the ball before it played him. That gets us back to the top part of the lineup and Sing Yong Yuk. He was a strikeout victim back in the first. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 count. Swing and a miss there. They'll try to take second base and will as the throw misplayed. So South Korea will score a run off the throwing error.
Tough break there because a good throw, and he is out by 10 feet. The inning should be over. I guess it should have been over twice considering there was that error.
South Korea's on the board now, trailing just 3-1. Yuk at the plate. His favorite baseball team, the LA Dodgers. Wants to be a baseball player when he grows up. This one fouled away. His favorite food listed here, Galbi. I'm guessing galbi. Says it's a Korean food. Never heard of it. Strike three. We'll get it done. So for the second time in as many innings, Yuk is retired on strikes. South Korea, though, able to get one across. They trail 3-1. More baseball when we return from the 2016 Colt World Series on MTC Sports.
My name's Gary Gangwer, and I own the Gangwer Insurance Agency as well as farm here in Clinton County. 1974, I bought my first combine and became custom combiner for area farmers. Most teenagers buy cars, but I was crazy enough to buy a combine. My father wasn't a farmer, but it was important for me to farm. That's all I ever wanted to do.
Pepe's Mexican Restaurant is excited to announce new menu items to an already stacked lineup of authentic Mexican dishes. Everything from tossed greens with fruit to a Pepe-style chicken pizza. For you seafood lovers, try the shrimp tacos. For my personal favorite is the barbacoa taco dinner. Whether it's a new menu item or one of our signature selections, be sure to wash it down with a tasty beverage. Whatever your flavor, make Pepe's your stop for lunch or dinner. Located on Sagamore Parkway in the mall parking lot, Lafayette.
There's a good shot of the Major League Baseball strike zone that will be opening momentarily here at the ballpark at Loeb Stadium. If you think you got what it takes, come down and throw some strikes with us here at the ballpark. Right now, Mexico leading South Korea 3-1. Due up this inning for Mexico will be 4, 5, and 6. Aragon, Vizcaíno, and Ivan Melendres.
In case you're wondering, galbi, the Korean food, made up of marinated beef or pork, short ribs, and a ganjang-based sauce, Korean soy sauce. The word in Korean literally means rib. There you go.
I like it. I wonder if that sauce is like a barbecue-y.
Soy sauce, they said.
Soy? I like that too. It's good stuff. Gabriel Aragon Rosas, favorite player, Colin Kaepernick. Big fan of the San Diego Padres himself. Originally from Baja, California. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Got a little bullpen action going for South Korea. Again, they're already in their second pitcher of the game so far. That Sun went just 1/3 inning. That's when they brought in Lee. Now they've got number 17 warming up down there in the bullpen.
Don't mean Kim.
Got to think we'll see the lefty at some point in time. Either in this inning or the next few. This one fouled straight back over our heads. Mexico jumped out to that 3-0 lead. All those came in the first inning. South Korea responded last inning, scoring a run on themselves. This one hit hard in the left field. That should stay fair. It does. It's off the wall at the 321 sign. That'll be a double. Aragon reached base safely back in the first with a walk. That shows a little touch to the bat as well. Two-bagger. It's a hard hit ball. You see the fans from Mexico excited about that last hit. Sergio Vizcaíno, the DH, he grounded out to second base in his first plate appearance. That pitch catches the outside corner. And a quick look out there at second base. This one shot back up towards the middle, just out of the outreach hand from the shortstop. Should be ruled a hit. The throw comes home, and he is a dead duck there at home plate. Nice throw from the center fielder. Had him by 10 feet. You got to wonder if that will come back and bite Mexico later or not, because that's an opportunity to have runners on probably first and third here, or even second and third, because you got to think he's going to advance on the throw. He's going to bring that throw home. Look how far he's out.
Man.
Boy, that's a banana curve there at third base, too. He didn't come down the line. He took a big, wide turn. But still, back-to-back hits this inning off of Lee will give us another pitching change here. So it'll be Kim who steps in. Third pitcher of the day that we've seen so far for South Korea. We'll take a quick break as Kim gets warmed up here on the broadcast. We'll come back with the conclusion to the top of the third when we return.
Tecton Construction Management has been serving Central Indiana for over 25 years. Whether you have a renovation project or new construction, Tecton Construction Management can assist you from the initial idea to the completion of the project. Their trademark Tecton filtering system is designed to save you time and money, providing you with more value for your investment. Both the completion schedule and budget are established before ever breaking ground to solidify your peace of mind. Before you start your next project, call Tecton Construction Management. Always on time, always under budget.
Welcome back here to the 2016 Colt World Series. Tijuana, Mexico, South Korea. Score 3-1. Really, Mexico could be in better shape if not for a base running gaff here from Aragon. And you see him coming down the line. And I had a favorite game back in the day on Nintendo. It was called Duck Hunt. And that's what they went right there. They had Aragon as a dead duck coming down third base. Nice throw from the center fielder out there for South Korea. That is Sing Yeon Yuk out in center, getting it done defensively. The pitching change now will bring in Dongmin Kim. So the day on Lee finished. He went 2 full innings. Gave up 1 run, a pair of hits. And Dongmin Kim now steps into pitch for South Korea. He'll face Ivan Melendrez. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Melendrez. "16 years old. Tijuana, Mexico. Favorite baseball team, Boston Red Sox, but his favorite baseball player, Sam? Jose Bautista, the Toronto Blue Jays. They even play in the same division. How about that?
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Pitch in there for a strike, 2-1.
One of the most exciting home runs in recent memory last year in the ALDS. And he just threw aside the bat. Cleared the benches because of it.
One of my favorite home runs, I may show my age a little bit here, from a Toronto baseball player, is Joe Carter.
Touch them all, Joe.
This one hit right back. Kim throws over to first base, gets the second out of the inning there. Did a nice job to look the runner back at second, too, to not allow him to advance.
Okay. Number 32, Solomon Leon.
Well, Solomon Leon will step in. He had a RBI on a sac fly to the center fielder. His team leads 3-1 here in the top of the third with runner on second. First out of the inning came on a pretty good throw from the center fielder.
Nice breaking pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 count. Solomon Leon, second baseman, sac fly RBI back in the first. Pitch out of the zone for ball 2. This nice little flare hit. That'll find the gap out in left center. Second RBI of the game now for Leon. He's got himself a single. It's a nice piece of hitting here. Just nice little inside-outside swing. I'm playing him for the pole. Able to hit it in between the left fielder and center fielder. Gets down. 2 RBIs on the day. That pitch up and out of the zone for ball 1. Here to David Castro. Castro grounded out to shortstop back in the first inning. Castro's favorite team, you see it there, Houston Astros.
Good young up-and-coming team.
Foul tip.
Young talent. Tuve, Correa.
That's a team that a few years ago was one of the worst teams in baseball.
Awful. Alex Bregman, too.
They really rebuilt their farm system. And you're right, young crop of talent down there in Houston. They changed, went from National League to American League. Think of the Astros and you think back in the day, you got to think Astrodome.
The Killer Bees.
This pitch gets away. Leona advanced down to second base on the wild pitch. (4-1) Mexico, top of the third. The winner of this game will play at 6:30 p.m. against Greensboro, North Carolina. That's tomorrow. Pitch out of the zone. We'll run a full 3-2, 2 outs. The delivery. That one slapped towards second base. Played well by the second baseman, third out of the inning recorded. Mexico's able to add one more, though, and now lead 4-1. It's the 2016 Colt World Series on MTC Sports. Be back right after this.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be?
I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HEALTH.
Came from Vader, removed it was. His wallet, smile it did. Ooh, at our Dente Dental.
Welcome back to the 2016 Colt World Series here on MTC Sports. Mexico, South Korea here in the bottom of the third. 4-1 lead for Mexico. Again, the winner of this game will get Greensboro, North Carolina tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. That's a scheduled start time. And what will be game number 8 from the Colt World Series. It's amazing to think, you know, Sam, you do 20 games over 5 days. As you see, Lee Young-min stepped into the plate. It starts to all run together at some point in time, you know, trying to remember what game number you're on and who played who and how we got there. So you got to keep that stuff written down.
The bracket's so important.
This one chopped towards shortstop, makes the play, throws across,
Ooh.
Got him in time.
Really, with this being the 5th year that we've both been a part of this tournament, the years start to run together too, especially when Los Gatos was dominating every year.
Kind of makes it tough to remember who won what year and who played on what team and all that fun stuff. Pena still delivering here from Mexico, coming out for his 3rd inning of work. You look at South Korea already on their 3rd pitcher. Mexico knows they've been in this tournament enough times and been competitive in this tournament enough times. Even though this is a different team, I'm sure they understand. We got to get deep into this tournament using as few arms as possible. That chopper right to 3rd base. Nice throw across the diamond and got him. Rak Hyun Hong singled in his last at bat. Number 4 hitter for South Korea. That pitch in there for strike 1.
Former Colt World Series star Lucas Urseg was drafted 46th overall. Milwaukee Brewers.
That's a name that we became familiar with in the tournament. You knew he was going to be a good one. Went to Cal, played for the Bears.
Transferred to Menlo College.
Did he transfer?
Yeah.
Get a replay on this play here. The chopper, the throw goes across the diamond. 3rd baseman has to rush this, and he actually hits the runner. So we'll score that E5 on the throw. And for the 2nd consecutive at bat, Hong reaches 1st base. That'll bring up Jae Yong Shin. You talk about Lucas Urseg, and I remember them talking about how he was going to go to Cal, so evidently, obviously, traveled or transferred to another school there, Menlo College.
Yeah, he went to Cal for 2 years. So far, there's the runner. Cruises into second base. Played in Helena, Montana in the rookie league and batted a solid 400. Now in A-ball in Wisconsin, he's hitting 321 for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers.
Urseg was no slouch defensively either. That was a good Los Gatos team. This pitch gets away from the catcher. So back-to-back bases taken there by Hong. He goes from first to third pretty quickly. Yeah, this guys in the truck commenting that Urseg hit around 800 for the tournament when he was here. And I think they're right. I think he actually tied, if I remember correctly, he tied the total number of hits in the tournament, which is pretty impressive. Especially when you consider that Los Gatos did not get beat that year that Urseg was here, and they only played in, 4 or 5 games to win it all, the minimum, basically. They won straight through the championship. Three-one count, 2 outs. Sorry, 3-2 count, 2 outs. Trying to cut this to a 4-2 lead. That runner just 90 feet away. That pitch off the plate, Shim will draw the walk. We'll bring up Quan.
Inning getting away from a little bit.
Now batting, number 42, Chongpin Quan.
Pena did a good job coming out here in the third, getting the first 2 batters right away, but then two wild pitches, allowing Hong to go from first to third. And now the walk. They're going to throw down and try to get the runner caught in a rundown. They do. The shortstop waits way too long to make that play. So South Korea not only scores the run, but then Shim goes from first to third, and they're back in business basically in the same situation. Take a look at this one, Sam. This play here, when you've got him in the rundown, the throw has to come home right away. The worst case is you force that runner to go back to third and he gets there safely and you give up the run going to second. You cannot wait that long to throw the ball. Now we'll get a meeting at the mound here for Mexico to probably talk about it defensively, because it's a few errors that have led to this inning being the way that they are. When they threw strikes and played defense straight up, they got the first 2 outs of the inning, no problem. An error allowed Hong to reach base. 2 wild pitches allowed him to go from first to third. A walk occurs. And now here on the steal to second, you end up with the runner advancing to home on a wild throw home. So errors killing Mexico here in the third inning. Delivery. This one hit towards third. Chopper throws across the diamond. Got him in time. Third out recorded. But 4-2 now. South Korea able to get a run across. They cut the lead to 2. Back with more baseball after this.
Since 1969, Haley's Lock, Safe & Key has provided expertise and solutions when dealing with residential or commercial security needs. Whether you're looking for a safe, seeking access solutions, or in need of automotive keys, nobody can serve you better than Haley's.
One-on-one service and simply the best solutions we've been providing at Daly for more than 40 years.
Haley's Lock, Safe & Keys. Call, visit, or find us online. 2 locations, Crawfordsville and Lafayette.
We love to see you here at the Farmers Bank. However, we know there are times you need to bank on your schedule, wherever you may be. With the Farmers Bank mobile banking app, you can check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and now you can also securely deposit checks with your smartphone by simply taking a picture of the check. Download our mobile banking app today. The Farmers Bank, your local bank, your mobile bank, your bank for life.
All the highlights, all the breakdowns, all the games,
all the analysis, all the live look-ins.
MLB Tonight, bringing you closer to the game. All the time. All the time. All the time. All the time.
MLB Tonight, every night.
Only on MLB Network.
Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here at the 2016 Colt World Series, including Major League Baseball and the MLB Network. Good shot of the umpires. The MLB Strike Zone, donated from Major League Baseball. Just beyond the first base fan stands down there, and you see getting up and running is a few of the youngsters taking aim at the strike zone there. I'm going to have to go down there and test my arm out and see what I still got. I'm guessing ice and a shoulder sling before it's over, but I'm betting I can still probably hit the strike zone.
I'll wake up tomorrow and not be able to move my shoulder.
This game been entertaining pretty much so far. Mexico jumped out to an early 3-0 lead. They've since added one. South Korea, though, they're pretty scrappy here. Able to get a couple of runs of their own, down just 4-2. For Mexico, they'll go 9-1-2 as Gaxiola, Fierro, and Diaz will come to the plate in the inning. Alberto walked back in the second inning. That pitch just a bit outside. Count. Shows bunt, pulls back. That one outside as well. 3-0 now. Gaxiola trying to earn his way on for the second straight at bat via the walk. That pitch in there for a strike. Now 3-1. Sam, it's fun to look back through the programs and look at the previous winners of this tournament. It's been really lopsided in previous years, obviously, with Los Gatos and their championships in Puerto Rico and theirs. But, you know, you got to look at like Greensboro, North Carolina. They've had a team that has always showed up and competed well here. Tampa used to have teams in this every year.
Yep.
As Gaxiola walks down to first. It's been a while since a Lafayette represented team. Has won it all. Matter of fact, we'll see
2000 with Hoosier North.
Yeah.
They went back-to-back.
Coach Josh Loggins of the Lafayette All-Stars played back in the day for Hoosier North and won a Colt World Series title. This one ripped into center field. As Fierro continues to reach base today. This is his first hit of the game, though. Get the single. That's all you can ask for from your leadoff hitters. Find a way to get on. So far today, he's been hit by a pitch, reached on a fielder's choice, and now with the single. Come around to score a run back in the first. And it looks like some changes here for South Korea. They're going to go to their fourth pitcher, I believe, in this game so far. So the center fielder is coming into pitch. We'll try to get all the changes for you as they happen. That'll be Sing Hon Yuk coming into pitch. Now we got to figure out who's going to center field. Actually, we'll just take a break. We'll step aside. We'll take a break as the warm-ups happen and the changes happen out on the field. We'll get it all sorted out for you when we come back.
I would like to think of myself as being a specialist in farm insurance because that's what I use as a farmer, is insurance. I have crop insurance. I know the importance of carrying high limits of liability. Price is important. It's got to be affordable. It's got to be a main part of my operation and operating costs because I can't afford to have a loss without coverage.
Pony baseball began in the summer of 1951 with the organization of the original Pony League in Washington, Pennsylvania. The league was originally designed to help transition 13 and 14-year-old players from the Little League Diamond to the regulation-sized Diamond. Today, more than 500,000 players participate in the Pony organization annually in the United States and in more than 25 countries around the world. For more information on Pony baseball, go to pony.org. Don't miss Pony baseball for the world. Pure baseball, pure pony.
All right, welcome back here to the Colt World Series. Sing Yeon Yuk will come in and pitch here for South Korea. Your right fielder in Rakhyun Hong has now moved to left field. Your center fielder is number 13 in Jae-ho Shin. So he'll be out in center. And in right field, you've got number 27, Jae-yong Shim. And now catching behind the plate is number 2, who was the DH in Jae-min Hong. And there's probably about 4 or 5 other changes out there that I'm just going to stay with what we've got there. How about that? It's a complete line shift for the South Korea team. Wrong sport, but it just happened. So we get back to live baseball. Here's Eric Diaz, third baseman today. Strikeout victim in the second, but doubled and scored a run back in the first. Diaz showing bunt. He'll pull back that one in there for a strike, though. So Gaxiola is at second base for Mexico. Giovanni Fierro is at first base. Diaz with an opportunity to drive in a run or two. Looks like he's content on just trying to move him around. That pitch out of the zone, 1-1 count. She'll bunt again. He'll get this one down. Only play going to be at first base as he pulled the third baseman in. Perfectly placed bunt there for Diaz. He'll advance the runners to second and third. You couldn't have put that one any better. Well, I guess you could because you ended up safe.
Yeah.
But for what you were trying to accomplish there is advance the runners around. Willing to sacrifice one out in the inning. Try to get a couple more runs in scoring position. You got your 3-hitter up and Yazir Hernandez.
The opportunity to get 2 runs here with a single.
Hernandez struck out in the second, reached base in the first after an error on the third baseman. Does have an RBI on the day. Held in there for a strike. Yuk. Breaking pitch. Out of the zone. I think what's most fun about the Colt World Series, Sam, is trying to pronounce all these names. You get the international teams that come. Last year we had Vietnam here. This one lifted into left center. Left fielder there, center fielder there. Not the best of communication, however, they do get the out. One run will tag up and come in and score. Second out of the inning recorded. Another RBI there for Hernandez.
Number 54, Gabriel Aragon.
That'll bring Gabriel Aragon to the plate. He doubled in his last at bat. Five-2 lead now for Mexico. Going in there for strike one.
Good breaking ball in there for a strike.
Definitely in there for a strike. I was just looking and noticing that the storm clouds have definitely rolled in.
Oh, yeah. It's getting a little gray.
So the forecasters and the weather people may be right today. We're going to hope they're wrong, that the rain stays away from the diamond. Aragon. Swing and a miss there for strike three, third out of the inning. Mexico, though, able to get one across. They now lead 5-2 over South Korea. We'll see if the scrappy South Korean team can put together some more runs when we return on MTC Sports.
Since 1980, Phoenix Lawn & Garden has been family owned and operated. For over 30 years, the Thomases have provided reliable, quality brand name products and services to their customers. Let's face it, you don't make it this far in this industry with anything less. Generation after generation. From the initial sale through the life of the purchase, Phoenix is there every step of the way. Thomas's Phoenix Lawn & Garden, where we make tall grass short.
We chose Haley's for our video surveillance needs because we've had great luck with them on the lock, safe, and key side. And when we found out that they also do video surveillance, we right away knew that we could trust Rick and his team over there. I would definitely recommend Haley's Lock, Safe, and Key to any business owner. They take great care of you. They have good, fair prices, and service after the sale is tremendous.
For security solutions and unbeatable support after the sale, visit Haley's in Lafayette and Crawfordsville.
Welcome you back to Loeb Stadium. 2016 Colt World Series. We are in game number 2, bottom of the 4th inning. Good shot of South Korea, and there in the distance, the team from the Czech Republic. They'll play in game number 3 here against Hoosier North. One of the host area teams that played their way into the tournament. It'll be Yaimin Han. Started as a DH in the game, now providing the catching duties here for South Korea. He'll get things started. The bottom of the 4th inning. This pitch, chopper, base hit. Again, utilize what we have referred to affectionately as the trampoline of the infield. You can hit the ball into the ground hard here You can have a heyday hitting off this field. Watch this one. I mean, that hits literally a foot in front of home plate and caroms all the way to the left field. Pretty impressive.
Hitter friendly, that's for sure.
Is that what we should refer to it from now on? Loeb Stadium, hitter friendly ballpark.
Well, with all the room in the outfield, too, you hit one in the gap and you'll be running for a while.
Good point. Jae-Ho Shin, center fielder, reached on a single back in the second inning. 1 for 1 on the day. That pitch they set up as a pitch out. Nothing doing with the runner down at first. Good shot at one of the coaches for the South Korean team. This one hit towards center field. It'll get down. They got to play it second. Got him in time. I'll tell you, I think that Han thought that he had more time to get there. He really didn't turn the jets on until the end of that one.
The old 8-4 throw out.
So look at that. Got him in time. Great call by the umpire. Nice heads-up play by the center fielder. This one lifted in the right field. Right fielder camps out underneath it. Second out of the inning made. Again, Pena continues the deal. Only gotten into trouble a few times here in this game, but he keeps finding a way to get out of it. That'll roll us around back to the top part of the lineup, and the pitcher now for South Korea. 4th one of the day, as a matter of fact. A strikeout victim twice in his first 2 plate appearances. Once looking, once swinging.
Try not to go for the hat trick here, but does get strike 1.
Pitch, breaking pitch in there for a strike. So Pena quickly ahead here of Yuk, looking for his 3rd strikeout against him. 4 in the game total, or 3 in the game total. Oh, just out of the zone. Pena. 1-2 count, 2 outs. This one ripped towards right field. It'll be a foul ball. And that is why you pay attention down the sidelines. Good shot at player warming up in the bullpen for Mexico.
Jorge Rodriguez.
Jorge Rodriguez. Slapped foul. Heads up in the stands there. So Yulk doing a good job battling in this at bat. Just fouled a couple off. Just missing Pena here. Still 1-2, 2 outs. Runner on first going. This one slapped foul again. South Korea trying to put the hit and run on with 2 outs here in the inning. Not a bad idea if you can get him moving. You're at the top part of your lineup. So worst case is it's a ball and they throw your runner out, and then your leadoff hitter starts out your next inning for you.
Yeah, I like it. I like the aggressiveness on the base paths. Make the catcher make a throw, or if you get a hit, then you're into third.
Yeah, pretty easy to go first to third. Wind still blowing pretty good. Out towards left field now. Throw over, just trying to keep the runner honest. Pena delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, third out of the inning. So Mexico.
Third strikeout.
That young man right there. Able to strike out Sing Yong Gook for the third time in the game. Let's see if they can get their bats going, add a few more insurance runs when we come back.
Construction projects mean deadlines. At McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, we understand the challenges our customers face. That's why our team of professionals are here to help. From our knowledgeable support staff to our industry-leading service department, McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store are here to make sure you get the right equipment delivered on time. Whether it's Cat equipment, JLG lifts, or Solaire air compressors, we carry it all. McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be?
I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HEALTH.
I'm no Cameron Hoffman, but I'm going to tell you right now that those clouds do not produce rain. Those right there are just nice sun coverage clouds that we're going to see here today. We're going to play some moisture-free baseball all weekend long. That's my call here on MTC Sports.
Wouldn't say completely moisture-free. There's still plenty of humidity.
Loeb Stadium is the place to be. The 2016 Colt World Series. Over 40-plus years straight played here in Lafayette, Indiana. About the 65th anniversary year here for Pony Baseball. It's great to have that longevity. Mexico comes to the plate again. Already leading this one 5-2. Sergio Vizcaino steps to the plate. Singled his last at bat. 1 for 2 on the day. Misses with the curveball there. As Yook comes back out for his second inning of work. Swing and a miss by Vizcaino.
Blew it past him.
Good shot of the bullpen for South Korea. No action, just taking in the game down there. This one slapped foul off the new locker rooms down there. You got to wonder with the renovations that'll take place at that building that's literally, what, a year and a half old, 2 years old, if that'll stay and be part of it.
Yeah, I'll probably try to keep that. Well, it might be tough with construction going on.
That pitch just off the plate. Nice placement, but just outside the zone. Full count, 3-2. And a 3-run lead here in the top of the 5th. It's been the visiting teams that have dominated so far here today. This one popped up. Catcher makes a play for it. And then as the wind pushes it back behind him, unable to make the play. I'm not always a big fan of the pitcher coming off the mound and going for it, but I think that's an easier play for him the way the wind is blowing right now. You take another look at it here.
Or the first baseman for that matter, because that's about almost halfway down the line.
It's a new life for Vizcaíno. He'll slap this one right at first base. The play will be made. First out of the inning. Nicely done by Quan. Stayed true all the way. Stayed down. Easy play for Quan. I'll bring up Ivan Melendez. Ivan Florentino Melendez. Pitch off the plate. 2-0 count. That pitch in there for a strike. All the Team Korea signs in the background. There's the coaches here from Mexico. This one lifted high in the air. The wind's going to probably knock that one down, and does. Right fielder there to make the squeeze. Second out of the inning, retired.
Good looking swing and a ball that had some carry to it, but not enough to do any damage.
Jae-Young Shim out there in right field, making the play. Solomon Leon steps in now. Got a single in the third, sack fly in the first. Got a pair of RBIs on the day. What's this one? Foul. Souvenir for the fans. That'll carry out of the stadium. What's at stake for these two ball clubs here today in this game number 2 of the Colt World Series? Well, it's a chance to turn around and play again tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. versus Greensboro, North Carolina. Greensboro and Aruba, the two teams that draw the byes in this year's tournament. Loser at game 2 gets a quick turnaround. They will turn around and play tomorrow morning in the first game at 11 a.m.
It's not as rough as playing the nightcap and then coming back playing in the morning.
Yulk delivers. In there for the strike. Yeah. Got him looking. Nice pitch. Third out, retired. 1-2-3 inning for South Korea. They come to the plate. They'll send 2, 3, 4. See if they can score some runs.
Hi, my name is Mike Whittiving, president of Tecton Construction Management. We build quality commercial buildings using our trademarked integrated project delivery system called filtering. Essentially what filtering does is it reduces waste during the design, bidding, and construction phase of the project, which saves money. We scrutinize construction details and our hired contractors, which improves quality, and we manage risk in a way to reduce exposure to our owners during the project. Let us be your first call to help you quantify your vision within your budget. I hope to talk to you soon.
And as he does, Jalen Attaway comes flying in with the monster dunk. Get up, young fella.
Down close to the first down.
And it's caught, and he's going to take it down.
Hey, Jennifer's Mike, Trooper Money Slang. Aw, scram.
I'm Chris Mike, Jubby Rollbon, Shall to lead up in Kisbet.
Peace Charity, get town down.
Toot-faced dummy way.
Bro, na brood.
What?
With the top 100 shows preloaded, Xfinity is perfect for people who want to join the conversation. Catch up on the shows everyone is talking about. Get started with the Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast for $99 a month for a whole year. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Let's get a shot of one of the sponsors here at the 2016 Colt World Series, Arnie's Pizza. We'll meet you at Arnie's. We will meet you there all week long. This game's also brought to us by Dick's Sporting Goods, as well as Lafayette Community Bank. Always got to talk about Best Western. I want to stay in one of the best hotels in town. There it is. I want to thank our sponsors again. Pena comes back out for his 5th inning of work here against South Korea. He's been solid so far. First pitch swinging here, driven into the gap. Lee going to look for 2. Relay comes in, not in time.
That's the runner.
And if we were playing dodgeball, he'd be out right now. This is baseball. So he's still alive.
He's holding his stomach now, looks like.
That was a pretty good shot that he just took to the abdomen, though. See the double, just hit right out of the reach of the shortstop. That's a good start to the 5th inning here for South Korea. It'll be the first time that the lead runner in an inning has gotten on base for him. We'll see if they can do something with it. Sang-Hoo Young. Hit by a pitch in the 1st. Ground out victim in the 3rd. This one lifted into right field. Right fielder tracking back. Wind again should knock it down. It does. Runner going to tag up and test the arm of the right fielder, and that was a pretty darn good throw from out there. It's Ivan Melendez out there in right field making the play. I'll tell you what, he's showing off a pretty big arm here.
Man, interesting, that's for sure. Took a step into it. Ooh.
That's a pretty good throw, really, from a standstill. I mean, he didn't get a full crow hop coming into that one. Still threw a laser to 3rd. So Rakyun Hong, 1 for 2 on the day. Infield playing in. They're going to look to come home with this one and try to keep the runner from scoring. The delivery. This one fouled off. Pena comes set. Delivers towards home. This one bounces, almost gets away. Leo retreat back to 3rd. South Korea was almost in business there on a pass ball.
Yeah, lucky that ball didn't bounce too far away, or that would have scored a run.
Again, infield in, trying to keep that run from scoring. Going to keep this 3-run distance against South Korea. This one lifted into the outfield. Should be deep enough to score the runner. We'll see. They test the arm of the left fielder. Comes into the cutoff. Scores easily from 3rd is Lee. And now we've got a 5-3 game. We talked about this team from South Korea being scrappy.
They're not going to give up easily, that's for sure.
Back-to-back sack flies, moves the runner from second to third and then from third to home. Give Hong the RBI. Jae-Yong Shin. 0 for 1 on the day. Did reach via the walk back in the third. Stolen base to his credit today as well. Got pitch in there for strike one. That breaking pitch in the dirt. 1-1 count. Fans beginning to file into the stands here at the Colt World Series. Again, we expect a good crowd here tonight as long as the weather stays decent. Pena bounces out one again. That one in there for a strike. 2-2 count, 2 outs now. Pena trying to complete his 5th inning of work here in this one. This one hit towards right field. Melendez heading back for it. Tries to make the diving play, still can't come up with it. That is a well-struck ball towards right field, considering the wind is blowing towards left.
Great piece of hitting there, and the inning stays alive for South Korea. Really put a jolt into this one. Coming through the zone well, making good contact, good follow-through. Right fielder slides to the ground, not able to make the catch. Another good throw back into the infield, though, keeping him on second.
Yeah, I think they learned a minute ago not to test Melendez's arm out there in right field. That'll bring Quan to the plate. Quan looking for his first hit here in the tournament. First pitch in there for a strike. Talked about him wearing the number 42, Jackie Robinson's jersey. Plate 1-1. Two-one count now. You know, for Pena, it was looking good in that last at bat. He had 2 strikes on the hitter. Ahead in the count. Gives up the double. This one lifted high in the air, foul down the third base side. Count, 2 outs. We'll do it again. Gets just enough of that one to foul it off. Pena trying to get out of this 5th inning. Decent lead out there, second. Not really worried about the runner, though. Comes inside, ball scoots away. Oh, let's say it clipped him.
Hit him, yeah. I was going to say, why would the runner not be running from second? That's an easy advance, but play is blown dead.
Take a look at it from another angle here. Got him just off the top of the foot.
Yep.
You know, really for South Korea, I think you'd almost wish he didn't get hit there because you would have put the runner on third. But now 2 on, 2 outs, meeting at the mound. Just a conversation. Pena will stay in the game. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they would love to see him finish out at least this inning here.
I think one more out.
He's pitched a pretty good game.
Bullpen, yeah.
Pitched a pretty good game to this point. Good shot of the Hoosier North squad. They'll be playing in game number 3 that's set to follow this one. Game time approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Pena delivers, and their first strike. Swing, slow roller to shortstop, easy play at second base. Third out of the inning recorded. Korea adds one more, but still trail Mexico 5-3. Top of the 6th inning when we return on MTC Sports.
Most of the time, commercials require a fancy voiceover to sell their product. But here at Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, we believe in letting these images speak for themselves. But I just can't help myself. Tantalizing. Delicious. I can almost taste it. Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, Sagamore Parkway, Lafayette.
MLB Network brings you closer all season long.
That ball is gone!
With 5 games every week.
Are you kidding me?
And 200 games this season.
Unbelievable.
With MLB Tonight's live coverage every night.
That is so true.
And more highlights.
His 3,000th hit.
Analysis.
A fastball that cuts.
And live look-ins all night long.
Number 500.
Get closer to the game on MLB Network.
Are you 62 years or older? Are you disabled? If you answer yes to either of those questions and you are looking for a new place to call home, then look no further than Friendship Gardens Apartments in Mulberry, located in a nice peaceful setting just minutes from Lafayette or Frankfort. Our apartments are HUD approved and the rent is based upon your income. This 30-unit apartment complex was designed with the needs of the active senior and disabled adults in mind. At Friendship Gardens, you enjoy a sense of belonging that extends throughout the entire community.
2016 Colt World Series game number 2 here on MTC Sports. It's Tijuana, Mexico, and South Korea. Score 5-3 currently. Game number 3 headed your way at the conclusion of this one. It will feature the Czech Republic and the Hoosier North squad, one of the host area teams here in Indiana, comprised of players from around the area. Again, you see the umbrellas out. There is a chance for rain, but right now the umbrellas are being used for shade. As the sun's just kind of beating down on the fans here in the stands. Mexico staked to a 2-run lead right now in the top of the 6th.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Mexico, number 30, David Castro.
Winner of this game will get Greensboro, North Carolina tomorrow night at 6:30. The loser will turn around and play first game tomorrow morning, slated for an 11 a.m. start. And they'll play the loser of the final game tonight. That'll be the Lafayette All-Stars and the Central Michigan team. And it's a double elimination tournament.
Well, that might work.
Castro puts the bunt down.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody there at first base. Able to use the speed. Credit him with the infield bunt. for a hit.
Now, we haven't seen every team in this tournament, obviously, yet, but going off of last year, I'm going to go ahead and pick Greensboro as my early favorite. They returned 4 guys from a team that made it to the championship. As we get a look at this beautiful drag bunt, just poked it on out there between the pitcher and first baseman. Hustle on down. The first baseman wasn't there. Second baseman didn't come around from the back in time. Yeah, Reed Holmes has brought his team here often, as that's fouled off.
Sometimes your team doesn't have to have as much experience necessarily as the coach does. I think the coach has got he knows what it's going to take to win, get them to the finals. And Reed Holmes has had a good showing with that Greensboro team pretty much every year that we've covered this tournament. Again, we talked about it earlier when we set things off today. That's a very, very good coach team, and Reed Holmes is a lot of fun not only to talk to, but you can tell cares about those players. I like that as an early pick, Sam. I think I need to see everybody at least once. I'm intrigued this year because we don't have Los Gatos, California here, and we don't have Puerto Rico here. So I'm kind of interested to see just how good this team from Aruba is. But the Lafayette All-Stars have been coming on over the last couple of years, and they're comprised of some really good local talent this year.
Yeah, they played Puerto Rico tough. They lost 4-1 and then 7-5 to Mexico last year.
But they're going to get tested right away because the All-Stars play this team from Central Michigan. That's a team, I think I read that they scored like 38 runs over 4 games or something.
Yikes.
So they definitely can put some runs up.
You don't know about their competition, though, so we'll see.
That's true, too. But I know Bay County, Michigan from a few years ago played, 5 or 6 games. They were kind of the Greensboro of last year where they played so much in the tournament and just kind of ran out of gas towards the end. But that was a very competitive team.
The thing with Lafayette, they're going with Puerto Rico's strategy of stocking more pitchers on the roster. So they've got that versatility. They'll have that depth later on in the tournament if they need to go to their bullpen. Potential dark horse, though, Hoosier North. They won a game last year, then lost to Los Gatos just 7-6. It was a very entertaining game and really surprised a lot of people.
They've kind of become the never say die team from our local area, having to beat the Monticello tribe twice and getting it done.
Seems like every year they have a scare in their qualifying tournament, but they always seem to make it in.
Chopper to short. They go to second for 1, not in time over at first base. Actually won't even make the throw. So the fielder's choice will get the out at second and Castro, but Gaxiola will now be standing on first base.
Played that hop pretty well. And you would much rather have Gaxiola, if you're Korea, you'd rather have Gaxiola on base than Castro. Castro a little bit quicker.
This bunt popped up in the air. You never want to see that happen. Nice play by the catcher from South Korea, coming out of his stance and getting it done. That's Ye Min Hong.
Gotta get your bat on top of it. That's just a basic fundamental part of baseball right there. You don't want to pop up a bunt.
That's the first time today that they've gotten Fierro out. Eric Diaz will now step in. 1 for 2 on the day. One count. I'll tell you, it took South Korea a while to find the pitcher that they wanted in this game. But Sung Hon Yuk has done a great job since he's come into the game, really, of kind of taming these batters from Mexico. They throw behind the runner. Now he's in a rundown.
Don't want to make too many throws. Try to run him down. For Mexico, just try to force an error, but not able to get it.
And there you go. They catch him napping over there at first base, get him in a rundown, and retiring. 5-3 your score, South Korea. See if they can make this a little bit more interesting when we return.
Come on, everybody. I think this is my grandson.
Little girl, you look so
Oh, my goodness.
I see you are feeling blue. Come on over to my place. Hey girl, we're having a party. We'll be singing and dancing and singing. Come on over tonight.
5-3 your score, Tijuana, Mexico over South Korea here in the bottom of the 6th inning. South Korea down just 2 runs, trying to fight their way back into this one. Been an entertaining game so far. Mexico jumped out to that early 3-0 lead in the top part of the 1st inning. Since then, though, they've only been able to scatter 2 more runs over the 4 or 5 innings played since.
Did you hear that? I'm in 6th grade, not kindergarten. I'm gonna get some water too. Would you like
Changes for Mexico. Now batting in the 6th spot in right field.
So leading things off here will be Jae-ho Shin. We'll go 8-9-1 for South Korea in the bottom of the 6th inning.
It's been a fun game so far.
Honestly, it's been a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be. So hats off to South Korea bringing a much more competitive team this year. I can't say South Korea bringing it. The Asia Pacific zone bringing a much more competitive team this year. That one in there for a strike. You know, out of the 2 games that we've seen so far, I was most impressed early on with California. But then giving up 9 runs late to Texas. They still won that one. You got to wonder if you could do that against, you know, a team like Greensboro or somebody that's been in this multiple times. First out of the inning recorded.
Yeah, I haven't seen either team yet, but I think this might be the year that one of the local teams makes a deep run and really captures the fans.
That would be great for the local area, honestly. It's been a few years since they've had a team represented here from Indiana that made a good run in this tournament. Jen Yong Bak, your second baseman. 0 for 2 on the day so far. Pitch in there for strike 1. This pitch lifted into right field. Melendez able to make the play out. Actually, that's a substitution that they brought in out there in right field. It's number 13.
They made it interesting.
Help me out with that scorecard there.
Alejandro Avila.
Alejandro Avila, who came in. There's a substitution at the half inning. I heard him say 13 had come into the game. I didn't see where he went. That was him out there and right, making things interesting. back to the top part of the order. This will be Yuk. 0 for 3 on the day with 3 strikeouts. He's done a nice job for South Korea, though, since he made the change from center field to the pitching position. This one fouled away, 1-1. Pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 count. Didn't look like Pena was going to get through the 5th inning. He's come back out and done a nice job so far here in the 6th, retiring the first 2 batters. Now 2-2 against Yuk, who he's struck out 3 times in this game so far. Make that 4. That'll end the inning. Mexico will look to add a few more insurance runs here in the top part of the 7th when we return. It's the 2016 Colt World Series on MTC Sports.
Every business we work with at Haley's has different security needs. As a certified Medico Security Center, we provide the highest quality products with affordable solutions for your business. E-cylinders fit into your existing hardware and are controlled from your computer. Medico Smart Solutions provide options for different employee access levels. Patented key control, loss and liability protection. Surveillance cameras protect your employees and your business. Call today for your free business security assessment. Let the professionals at Haley's keep your business safe, with locations in Lafayette and Crawfordsville.
Hi, I'm Ashley with the Farmers Bank. I'm here to introduce the Farmers Bank mobile banking app for your smartphone. Find us at the App Store or the Play Store. To find our app, search for the Farmers Bank Mobile Banking Fiserv Solutions. Have your finances at your fingertips anytime, all the time. Sign up today. The Farmers Bank, your local bank, your mobile bank, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mexico leads here 5-3, top part of the 7th inning. We'll look to add a few more runs, insurance runs here in the 7th inning, as they'll have Korea down to their final 3 outs. It's another great opportunity to take a look at our sponsors for today's broadcast here at the Colt World Series on MTC Sports. Meet you at Arnie's. That is something I guarantee that I will do this week. Wintech Corporation, I thank them for their sponsorship as well. This game was also brought to us by Krabby Mike's Barbecue. Krabby Mike's located here right inside the stadium. Or if you can't make it here this week, visit one of his 2 locations in Fowler or on State Road 25. So for South Korea, they'll send a new pitcher to the hill. Be number 18. He'll be the 5th pitcher today for this group. Number 18 is Sungwon Moon.
He'll have to shut it down here to give his team a chance in the bottom of the 7th. There's 3 outs to go.
I'll tell you, Sung Yeon Yuk did a very nice job once he came in against these batters from Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
There's the MLB strike zone. I recognize that crew out there. That is my wife and daughters. Help run the Major League Baseball strike zone this weekend. And yes, what you all are thinking at home is, how did I get her to marry me? I don't have any idea. I guess I'm a lucky man.
Okay, we got another number. Here we go. 0, 4.
For Mexico, they'll go 2, 3, 4 here in the 7th inning. They'll look to add a few more insurance runs This team from South Korea has been chipping away all game long at this lead. It's now cut down to 5-3. So Moon will come in and take over the pitching duties here. He's going to be asked to come in and shut down this team from Mexico for 3 outs here.
He's got 2, 3, 4 coming up in this order, so it's not going to be easy.
Diaz 1 for 2 on the day. Moon set to deliver. Went up and out of the zone for ball 1. That pitch in there for strike 1. Moon delivers this one slapped towards the right-hand side. It gets ate up in the grass. Boy, I tell you, it would just be tough to be an infielder here at Loeb Stadium. That second baseman did exactly what anybody would do with a ball hit to him. You want to gather yourself out there, and then it just died in the grass. Diaz showing the wheels.
Yeah, in a couple of years, that's a pretty easy ground out on the turf field. But until then, the grass just slowed that ball way down.
Yasir Hernandez will step in. Still looking for his first hit here today. Does have a couple of RBIs. First goes.
Swung at ball 1.
Yeah, he swung. Well, I don't know if that was almost like a defensive swing there at that point in time, because that one was headed towards his head. They got to wonder, Diaz looked like he was on the move that time. It might have been a designed hit and run there. Yeah, his motor's back pretty quickly. Now, if he runs as fast from first to second as he did from home to first, I don't think they're throwing him out here. Diaz was moving down that line. Moon delivers. That one in the dirt. Oh. The catcher comes up firing and drills his own pitcher. That's one of those ones that after the game they probably joke about together.
I don't think he's too happy about it right now.
But right now he's thinking, man, that's my rib cage. Let's take a look at the replay here real quick. And he knew he had to get rid of it quickly. And Moon just happened to be right in the way of that one. So now Diaz puts himself in scoring position. No outs in the inning. Hernandez. Watch ball 2 go by. And delivers. That one just off the plate, 3-2. Something else I just noticed there, Sam, is Moon has got to come set and make sure he doesn't balk here. That was a pretty quick movement from coming down to going to home plate pretty quickly. This one hit towards the right side. That's going to be trouble. Off the wall out there by the IU Health sign in right field. That'll score 1 run. Hernandez in there with a stand-up double. His third RBI of the game, his first hit of the day. Well, he's found a way to get it done for his team. Look at that hit again.
Number 54, Gabriel Aragon.
That'll bring up Gabriel Aragon. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Double back in the third inning. He was gunned down trying to score from third.
He was out by 20 feet.
Actually trying to score from second. He had made it to third safely. That's where he should have stopped. Outfield playing pretty moderate here. This one hit down the line, foul ball. .6-3 the score. No outs still in the inning. Runner in scoring position out there at second. And we get a balk here. I talked about it a minute ago, making sure that you come set. The balk will advance the runner to third. Pitch out of the zone, 1-2. Chopper back up the middle. Shortstop makes the only play he can over to first base. They'll get the first out of the inning there. But Hernandez comes in to score.
That balk becomes a whole lot bigger.
It really does. Aragon does a nice job just putting the ball in play and getting himself an RBI. Sergio Vizcaino. DH here today. 1 for 3 so far. Single back in the third. This one hit hard right at shortstop. Play thrown across the diamond. Got him in time for out number 2. Nice job over there at shortstop by Gayumin Lee. He's made some good plays out there for South Korea today. There's another one.
Now batting, number 13, Alejandro Avila.
So this is where Avila, who checked in for Melendez, will bat in the lineup.
Nice breaking ball there.
Pitch off the plate. 1-1. This one hit back up the middle, could be trouble. Lee makes another good grab, throw across the diamond, got him in time. All 3 outs made by the shortstop in Lee, but not before Mexico could add a couple of more insurance runs. Score now 7-3. They lead by 4. Final 3 outs for South Korea when we return.
Pony baseball began in the summer of 1951 with the organization of the original Pony League in Washington, Pennsylvania. The league was originally designed to help transition 13 and 14-year-old players from the Little League Diamond to the regulation-sized Diamond. Today, more than 500,000 players participate in the Pony organization annually in the United States and in more than 25 countries around the world. For more information on pony baseball, go to pony.org. Don't miss pony baseball for the world. Pure baseball, pure pony.
For games on a Friday. This is something like it.
They scrutinize every pitch.
Did you grip it tight or loose?
Study every swing.
You absolutely whacked that ball yesterday, by the way.
Analyze every move.
We're making a run. Towards the end of the year, nobody's leaving.
During the season and the off-season.
I think this is a nice sign for both sides.
Baseball never stops, and nobody covers it all year long like MLB Tonight.
Tonight was great for the game of baseball.
Every night on MLB Network.
Welcome you back here, bottom of the 7th inning. Last at bat here for South Korea. Got to score at least 4 to push this into extra innings. It's going to be a tall feat against this team from Mexico. Pena's done a very nice job. I thought that he had pitched himself out there in the 5th inning. He came back and had a very nice 6th inning. And now he'll come out and look for the complete game here for Mexico. Lee, who made all 3 putouts in the last half of the inning, will come up first here in the 7th.
That's huge for Mexico if Pena can, in fact, finish this one out. Save your bullpen.
This one popped up just over the head of the shortstop. So Lee flashing the leather on defense, now showing the bat off a little bit here. Base runner able to get on base to start the inning. That we say when that leadoff runner reaches, it usually spells trouble for the defense. We'll see if that holds true. Nice job of fighting that one off of his hands, too. The base hit brings up Sang-Hoo Young. Hit by a pitch in the first. Ground out and fly out in this one. Fouled away. The top of the locker rooms down there on the right-hand side. I was kind of looking around in the stands, Sam, to see if I saw any Greensboro players. I don't see them marked in jerseys per se, but I do see head coach Reed Holmes out there. I knew that they would be taken in this game because the winner of this game gets them tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, there he is. The rest of his coaching staff.
So 0-2 count, 1 out. Lee down there at first base. That one in the dirt. Doesn't matter. First base occupied. That's a strikeout. That'll bring in Rakyun Hong. Started his day in right, moved over to left. Sack fly RBI in the game to go with a single back in the first. Had himself a nice day. Stolen base to his credit. Pitch in there for strike 1. Able to throw that one by him for strike 2.
Swinging for the fences there.
Was a good shot at David Castro, number 30. He's actually moved from left field to second base. That one
Just
right
fair.
down the line, just fair. Lee going from first to third pretty easily. Be another hit in the inning. South Korea not going to go away quietly.
Tying run now on deck. Still a while to go, but this is the start.
This one couldn't have been placed any better. Inside out swing right down the line. A nice hustle around the base paths there. Get him first and third. This will bring up Jae Yong Shim. double to his credit in his last at bat. You know, the tough part for Pena now is he's seen a handful of these batters 3 times through the lineup, so they kind of know what he's got at this point in time. They're not going to fool anybody here. You just got to have good placement, hope the defense behind you is in the proper place to make the out. That went in there for a strike. There's a shot of some of the Central Michigan Stars. They'll play in the final game tonight against the Lafayette All-Stars. 2 more games that count in the Colt World Series still to come tonight, along with the Champions game that'll be in between games 3 and 4 here on MTC Sports. It'll feature the Tippy Stars, red and blue team. We'll broadcast that one for you as well here on MTC Sports. That one fouled back, and I think it got a piece of everybody. Catcher took it in the shoulder, ricocheted off the umpire. Everybody going to take a minute here to walk this one off. You know, there's definitely a mutual respect between the umpire in blue with his protective stuff on and the catcher. And you'll see a lot of times if the catcher gets winged, you'll see the umpire walk out and kind of casually take his time to throw the ball back to the pitcher and allow that catcher a chance to kind of shake it off. That time he got both of them. Look, everybody's ready to play again. 3-2 count, 1 out. Mexico trying to get a ground ball double play here. They will not. But it's lifted up in the infield. Shortstop camped out underneath it. And there's your second out of the inning. South Korea down to their final out. And it'll be Kim Yong-min Kwon. Infielders coming out just to discuss something here with their pitcher. At this point, probably just telling him, hey, man, you're throwing a good game. We got one more guy to get. Let's get it right here. Kwon's day so far 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. Looking for his first hit of the tournament. If things stay the way they are right now and Mexico gets this final out, they will play Greensboro, North Carolina tomorrow night at 6:30, and it would be South Korea who plays at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. They'll face the loser of the final game tonight between Michigan and Lafayette. Runner goes. This one ripped into left field. South Korea says, we are not done yet. Misplayed in left field. It's actually going to score 2. Throw comes in. It'll be a double. We'll play a couple of runs here for Kwon. So not only did he get his first hit, knocked in a couple of runs while he was at it.
Now the tying run comes to the plate. If he doesn't bobble that, Hong is probably still on third.
So they're going to officially score him with just 1 RBI here instead of the 2. But nonetheless, 2 runs come in to score and makes things a little more interesting, 7-5. You got a little fun at the ballpark. Take the wrapper off the water bottle and use it as a blindfold. It was one of my favorite shows that used to be on TV when the kids say the darndest things. It was a good show.
We're going to keep him in. Just got 1 out to go. You say, go get him. Let's win this dang thing.
That doesn't give Pena some confidence here knowing, hey, this thing's gotten a little tighter and I'm still out here. This is his game to win at this point in time. Don't let him try to finish it out. Pitch in there right at the knee, strike one. Tying run at the plate. It's Jae-Ming Hong. 1 for 3 on the day. A pitch in there for strike two. South Korea down to their final out, down to their final strike. Pena delivers. Just off the plate, ball one. Swing and a miss there. Nope, got a piece of it. Foul ball. Actually, no.
He
Didn't get a piece of
Ball
it.
game.
Umpire was looking at him like, are you going to run or not? And they'll just tag him out here for the final out of the game. Actually, he's going to ask the other umpires here. He's saying, I didn't see it. Let's get some clarification just to be sure. It's a group meeting. It'll either be we'll redo it here, he got a piece of it, or game over. He's calling him out. Did not get a piece of it. Strikeout ends the game. It's a win for Mexico. 7-5 your final here in game number 2 of the Colt World Series. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, player of the game announcement. We'll wrap this one up.
Construction projects mean deadlines. At McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, we understand the challenges our customers face. That's why our team of professionals are here to help. From our knowledgeable support staff to our industry-leading service department, McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store are here to make sure you get the right equipment delivered on time. Whether it's Cat equipment, JLG lifts, or Solaire air compressors, we carry it all. McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, helping build Indiana since 1945.
My name's Gary Gangwer, and I own the Gangwer Insurance Agency as well as farm here in Clinton County. 1974, I bought my first combine and became a custom combiner for area farmers. Most teenagers buy cars, but I was crazy enough to buy a combine. My father wasn't a farmer, but it was important for me to farm. That's all I ever wanted to do.
We welcome you back in your one final time for game number 2. 7-5 your final. Tijuana, Mexico over South Korea. Mexico will advance and face Greensboro, North Carolina tomorrow night at 6:30. South Korea will play tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. here on MTC Sports. Both of those games will be live for you as we'll have all 4 games of coverage tomorrow as well. Sam, great game really between these two. South Korea brought a competitive bunch all the way down to the wire. They had the tying run at the plate at one point in time, but still couldn't just pull close enough here to beat Mexico.
Yeah, and a pretty well-played game, I would say. 4 errors better than the 7 that we saw. Mexico just jumped out to the early lead. They led 3-0. It looked like they might run away with it, but Korea, they chipped away and did a good job getting that run to the plate there in the bottom of the 7th inning. But unfortunately, it was not enough.
Our player of the game is going to be the starting pitcher for Tijuana, Mexico. He gave up 5 runs on 9 hits, but had 7 strikeouts. Francisco Pena, congratulations to that young man, able to complete the entire game for Mexico, and that will be huge for the remainder of their arms and their chance in this tournament. So congratulations to Francisco Pena and the team from Tijuana, Mexico. That's going to do it for our coverage of game number 2. We're going to step aside briefly. Next pitch scheduled to start in approximately 30 minutes. Stay tuned to the stream. We'll be back on live here momentarily. It'll be Czech Republic versus Hoosier North on MTC Sports. But for now, we sign off. For Sam Rumsa, I'm Sean Walker. This has been an MTC Sports production.